Joining us now, somebody who knows best about the Chavez regime, Gustavo Coronel. He's a petroleum geologist who was elected to the Venezuelan Congress in 1998 before it was dissolved in 1999 following the election of Chavez as president. Now, Coronel is currently designated as a, quote, enemy of the Chavez regime. Gustavo, welcome to the show. Now, are you still considered an enemy even though he is passed?
Well, yes. I mean, he's dead now, but his regime is very much alive. So I am an enemy of the Chavez government.
How many enemies were there, Gustavo? I mean, is this something that he regularly did? He just had one giant enemies list, and you're on there, and everyone but Sean Penn is on there.
Yeah, the list of enemies that I saw published, which I still have a copy of, had something like 1,100 persons, and I was very disappointed to be number 827. I was hoping that I could be closer to being number one.
Yeah, at least the top three, Gustavo. I mean, geez. What did you do wrong, can I ask?
Well, I write a lot against the government, especially against the corruption of the Chavez government. I wrote two papers, one for Cato Institute, and then a later one in the Venezuelan press, denouncing very specific acts of corruption by the Chavez government. And of course, nothing ever came out of these accusations. The thing is that Chavez has left the country in total disarray.
Can you paint the picture, Gustavo, of what Venezuela is like? You say total disarray, but describe some of the tactics that he used, some of the gravest and grossest offenses that he committed.
Yes, well, first of all, he destroyed the oil company. The oil company was in charge of producing oil, selling the oil at commercial prices, and giving the money to the central government. What he has done, he transformed the oil company in Venezuela into a company building houses, importing food, cultivating vegetables, and raising pigs. And as a net result, the Venezuelan oil production today is about 600,000 or 700,000 barrels per day, less than when Chavez came into power. Mm-hmm. And the worst part of it is that most of this oil is being given practically for free to countries like Cuba and Ecuador and Bolivia, Nicaragua. So the man gave away during the last 14 years no less than $150 billion in handouts to other countries, ideologically friendly countries, so as to gain their loyalty, to gain their political support.
So the support of Chavez spilled out beyond Venezuela, and he did this with a quid pro quo. You believe in my, oppressive theories and, my kind of liberation theology, and you'll get a kickback. And he's left about $2 billion. It's amazing, Gustavo, that such a very rich man, a billionaire, could die with such extreme wealth, leaving his people just so poor. We only have a minute left, Gustavo, but what do you think the legacy will be of Chavez and the future of Venezuela? Where does it go from here? Any chance they could be an ally of ours, or is his successor just going to be more of the same?
Well, there is a chance that in the next elections, an opposition government will come into power. There is I would say, 40% chance of this happening. But even if the Chavez successor wins, as he might well win, his days will be numbered, because the country is going broke in spite of the immense amount of money they have received. Today,
so it could be a revolution, Gustavo, is what you're saying. It could really devolve into chaos.
Yeah, popular protest might become very ugly, and we might have a period of great political and social instability.
Wow. Gustavo Coronel, thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate your take on the passing of Hugo Chavez. Thank you so much.